Hey, good morning and happy Friday. Oh, it's Friday. Go crazy. Go crazy. Anyway, we're here at the studio building site and we're getting all prepped up. It's still muddy. We're a wheelbarrow stuck in the mud right now, but we're getting there. We're getting there for sure, bit by bit. So we've been building some forms for the concrete footer and foundation that we can lower the building onto. We got some drainage ditches sort of made, figured out, and got a little bit of rock, but not any more than just a skim of rock, just to sort of make it a little less muddy when we're walking around. We've been setting up these forms like for a few days here, getting them nice and level and perfect. I've got these straps on them this morning, just to add a little bit of rigidity. We're going to be taking out those 2x4 spreaders and making a nice 8-inch footer, and then on top of that will be some ICF styrofoam forms that we can make a 6-inch wide wall that's approximately 2.5 feet tall. So all told, it's going to be kind of almost 3 feet of foundation. Concrete, and that'll be fun. After we plumb bobbed it, used the level, used laser beams, we're pretty much sure that it's going to be right in the center there, ready to be placed exactly where it needs to go. And I'm pretty happy. So we'll be tying some rebar, 3 courses of 5/8, and yeah. So the update on the previous building, it really got stuck in the mud. We ended up breaking an 8-ton 10-inch turnbuckle. There we go. They're dragging that final building in. Oh, you tilted too far. Update from the trail. This just in. Everything's getting a little muddy. We got the building stuck, so we're gonna lift it back up. I'll see if I can show you, but first of all, look at that. Oh, that is just Mach factor of 11. Cable broke. Trying to pull this thing through. This big, like every step you take, your boots basically fall right off. But what's happening under here is we got pulled right off the mats. So they gotta jack up that set of dolly. See, that's deep. And when that happens, cables break. The whole thing jackknifes. It's a big. And they start swearing. The swearing starts. Colorful language. But it's only noon, and we're already on the property, our property, which is good. Yeah. Anyway, more to come. Stuck in the mud.
Take a look at it. It's working. Keep going.
Okay, we broke this chain tackle 3 times. Now we're gonna really yank this building over, not the tree over, but the building. Okay. It really got stuck in the mud. We ended up breaking an 8-ton, 10-inch turnbuckle with the excavator, smashing it to pieces via the 7/8 cable that we were using. So it just overloaded it too much, and then we ended up hooking up right to the very back of the truck, pulling it through underneath there, as you saw in the videos, and it ended up just maxing out completely. So we decided maybe we should wait till it's dry out, maybe not so muddy. I don't know, seems like a smart plan. But one day we'll get it to where it needs to go, but right now it can wait. And muddy handprints all the way up and down. We worked really hard. See all those muddy handprints? It's like humans were here. Anyway, that'll happen. We'll get that to where it needs to go, which is right over there, the blue tarp. When it's dry, wait a few months. I got a lot to do. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, that big old building will get set down, and then eventually a hallway connects between the house and studio. We'll get there. Muddy road, we'll get there. But today's Friday, we're going crazy. It's last day before Christmas vacation. I'm gonna have my 2 supervisors come here, my dad and builder Dom. We're gonna continue on this. We might get to the point where we're playing with blue blocks of foam today, but anyway, if you've been missing me, I've been missing you. It's been a couple of weeks. This is Demo Dad. We've been building. We haven't stopped. It's still muddy, but it's a little less exciting. No big 300-ton cranes. No big building moves in the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty basic, but we're excited about next steps with the foundation. So with that, have a Merry Christmas. Like and subscribe. The future is going to get brighter.